All right there, guys. How's it going? Hope you're all doing well. I think that cut short a little bit then. I don't know what happened. I think it's because I pressed the button. So, hope everyone's doing good. Back with another episode of the 7 o'clock slot. We are also, as well, guys, can announce this now. I'm actually going to put, oh shit, wrong button. I'm actually going to put a link in the chat down below now. We are in partnership with Mr. Sean Leonard Art. He has kindly sorted out some prizes for the winner of this month's giveaway. I think it was Kelly Brian C. That's his actual name, isn't it? He won this month, and he's also sorted out something for Carl as well. Prior to that as well. And we've also sorted Gareth out as well with what he wanted. So hopefully that's all sorted with them. So yeah, go check him out, guys. There's his Instagram. It's in the chat now. Go check it out. Got some good stuff on there.
Yeah,
really good stuff. Sean has been shopping there for a bit before he even started this partnership up or anything. So
I've been a real big fan of Sean Leonard Art. He's an Irishman as well, so you can't beat the Irish. You really can't. But I bought a lot of his stuff, and I know a few friends that bought his stuff, and actually, I framed it and put up it on their wall, and it is fantastic stuff. I think Carl was having a look at it. So yeah, make sure you check out Sean Leonard Art, portraits and characters. He even does kind of like characters where you're there with the whole Liverpool team. He was doing that for Christmas one time, and really, really cool. Really, really cool. Really nice guy as well.
Good. So yeah, we are up and running now then, guys. So Sean, I guess, I've not really, we haven't done a stream for about a week, obviously. So how have you been? How you been doing? Are you all right?
I didn't think that I would be on. I didn't think I'd be on this week's stream. There's been, you ever plan something and then it went to fucking shit, and you're just like, fuck this. And I think that's what this year has been. I've had like a few things planned, worked my ass off to kind of work around that schedule and whatever. And between, people sticking their oar in or something falling apart, like for example, the fucking surgery. Like honest to Christ. So it's been a fucking shit couple of months. And of course, being part of AKM just kind of gets me on the high, and I get to talk about what I love to talk about. That's football.
No, I know. I'm glad that. Well, I'm not glad. Obviously, I knew what was going on behind the scenes and stuff for you, but hopefully, there's always a light at the end, mate. So don't try not to stress too much about it. Like I said to you. So yeah. What we got here? Callum the Copite is saying, can't believe our fans are saying slot out. Guardiola has had shit games and he's been backed. This is ludicrous. I know I said ridiculous and ludicrous. Yeah, man, I'm going to cover that in a bit, to be fair. And there's actually another thing that's going around that I want to mention as well. And Sean, I don't know about this yet, but I'm going to bring that up. But before we dive into anything else regarding what's going on with Liverpool, and I want to get Sean's thoughts on the record regarding what actually happened at the weekend and what's been going on with Liverpool and stuff. I obviously did a video on it. I know there was something that's come up over the weekend regarding Anfield agenda, where he has been accused by people online of about to say the N-word or whatever. Now, if you watch that clip, there's the full context of the clip, not like that 10, 15 seconds, whatever it is. He ain't going to say that. And that's my opinion. I don't know. Sean, I might think something different, but in my opinion, he ain't going to say that. He's talking about a white, bald referee. Like, so, it's you know what I mean? So it's just a joke, honestly. And that guy's coming for so much hate over the years. I don't know him. Never spoke to him. I've watched some of his content. Don't always agree with what gets brought up on there as if it's news, and it's not news. It's totally different from what I do. But no one deserves to have the amount of hate that's been thrown his way. And I know, Shauna, when I first got doing this, you warned me of that could potentially happen with me, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the shit that he was talking about, like having his autistic child, like, I'm not going to say it because I'll probably get fucking censored on YouTube. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. And
It's like it's fucking horrific. Like, I mean, look, opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one, and you know, just because you may have a difference of opinion doesn't make you an arsehole. And like, people have come on here and have come on Frank Carlisle's show and asked me, what do I think of Craig? What do I think of Craig? I know I used to work with people that were related to him, and he interviewed me when he was doing Anfield Wolves. He interviewed me, Stefan, aka DJ Selecta Skills, as he's called, or as he goes under that name. And then there was two other people from another YouTube channel, and he was basically the person that was doing the debate. He was the go-between, had it really very well organized. There was no kind of abuse from his end, either before, during, or after, which is something I can't say about the other two that were on the opposing side. There are certain things that have been said to me about what Craig, you know, it does or says or whatever. And to be honest with you, that's never really bothered me. I go on what people are like with me. And if people were to go on what they've been told about me, I mean, some yoke in the back arse of County Meath has made out that she knew every member of Fenway We Come Not to Pay, and that we've never watched a fucking game, or we've never gone to a game, which you know for a fact, Adam, that's not true. Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing. So if people were to buy into that and believe that, then they'd think, well, you know, where does Sean get off talking about Liverpool when he's never been? Not the case. There's been a lot of stuff thrown at me. There's been a lot of stuff kind of snipped out and kind of taken out of context. A lot of people will look at your reaction towards the abuse that you get online and focus on that. What it looks like to me is that people are so gung-ho on trying to cancel this guy. And it's quite upsetting. I saw his live stream last night, and my heart went out to him. I may have a difference of opinion to him. I may approach things completely different to him now. It probably was the same, you know, back a couple of years ago. But you must be intellectually malnourished if you are tuning into a channel you don't like, and you're digging up 9 or 10 years to find some shit on them. Like, if I don't like a TV show, I'm not going to put it on. If I don't like a YouTube channel, I'm not going to put it on. I'm not going to give it a minute's attention. These people, like, how far are you willing to push this? How far are you willing to push this? This guy has had death threats, has had bomb scares with the live events that he's done. He's had people calling up to his house. He's had people threatening to do something to his child. I mean, you know, people interfered in my personal life, and that's why I went off YouTube altogether. And I've had pictures of my parents' house and flames drawn out of it. I've had pictures of my deceased aunts circulated all over the place, and have to deal with that, and have to tell my cousins, look, there's a picture of your late mother all over the place. I've had, you know, people contact my place of work. You know, for what? My opinion is never going to change. It's going to change naturally if I think differently down the line. But no one is going to force me to make that decision. So how far are you willing to push this lad? Because there are people that suffer with mental health, right? And people can talk about being advocates of mental health, that being their own, but they don't give a rat's ass what they're doing to that lad. They don't give a rat's ass. And I to be honest with you, from an outsider looking in, I'd be very worried about him. I'd be very, very worried. And I would appeal to those who are having a go at him and are trying to dig up shit and are threatening him and are saying what they're saying about his family. How far are you willing to go? What if you see something in the paper that he's done something? Would you be able to live with that? Would you be able to live with it? Like, how far do you want to fucking go with this? And it's happening from the big YouTubers out there, and they're instigating quite a lot of it. I've seen it, and it's got to stop. It has got to stop. Social media platforms have got to fucking take a stand. They have got to stop these people from coming on with their faceless fucking channels or their faceless profiles. They need to stop it before something happens. And as for Craig and anyone else that's gone through, if it doesn't serve you, if it doesn't bring you happiness and it puts you in a negative headspace, leave it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, man, I agree. I'd just seen a bit of a link to, like, there's a 9-minute thing that he's put up where you can see what it is that he was talking about, because I've just been looking at some of the comments as we've been talking, and I'll catch up with everyone's, but Englishmen in town, he don't know what we're talking about, to be honest, because we didn't obviously elaborate a bit because of the censorship and stuff on YouTube. But yeah, mate, you can't literally say certain words, otherwise you chant. Well, not this video, just get like taken down basically. There's certain words that you can't say, it'll get picked up and just gone. So I'm not risking it. But if you just literally have a look at Anfield Agenda last night, I'm sure he's chopped it up and put it up into like a little bit of a short or something like that. So it's only about 9 minutes long or something daft like that, and you'll see the full thing, mate.
I mean, people are asking me my opinion of it, being an Irishman and him being an Irishman, and I don't know whether they're trying to get like me to criticize him or insult him or whatever. He's doing his thing, and it's the most watched Liverpool channel out there. It's the third highest in terms of subscriptions. So he must be doing all right. Do you know what I mean? And I think there's a lot of it's quite sad to talk about this, guys, because I've had my fair share of this, but nothing to the extent this guy's had. And I think people need to realize that I don't find anything funny about this. I really don't. This guy had to give up his ticket. He could not go on a family holiday because of what's been happening. Once it affects you like that, it's horrible. It's fucking horrible, guys. Be better. If anyone that has been abusing him or abusing anybody, stop it. Because you don't know the effect that it'll have on people. You really don't.
Nah, well said, mate. Well said. I'll just catch up on some of these comments. So Callum Copite said Anfield gender thing was funny. We all know what he was on about. It was Taylor. Then they said he was on about Estavio, didn't they? Joe, like, Scott says he hadn't seen any of that stuff about him. Don't follow him or his channel. It's nothing against him. I just don't like the style of covering Liverpool, but the abuse is over the top. Agreed. Gary Richards, Tyler, Adam, and Sean out. XTK fits slot system. He doesn't at the moment. We'll cover that, mate. Evening, Cranky JD. Done Englishman in town. Callum the Copeye. I followed Craig from 2018 to 2024. He was okay. Just got bored of his content. Titles were very clickbaity at the end. They are a little bit, to be fair.
Yeah, but so's most YouTube channels, Callum. It's just the nature of the business, isn't it?
Cranky JD, I started to watch Anfield Agenda before AKM. I found him irritating, but not enough to abuse him. Ridiculous. Agreed, mate. Agreed. And Guy Richards says that some people are cretins. Englishman in town. We'll have a look. Brandon's with us. Evening, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Brandon.
Yeah, I'm good, pal. Hope you are as well, mate. Hope you are as well. So then, Sean, I obviously did like a bit of a 15-minute video about what's going on and everything with Liverpool right now. Come on, let's get your opinion on it. I want to know what you're thinking.
Well, I mean, I find it. I was looking at Brandon's TikTok, and I think he's also got on YouTube there about people calling for slot out. And I mean, I have a good friend there that
I've just seen a picture actually on Twitter of someone actually putting it up.
It's ridiculous. I mean, James Redmond, a fairly known Welsh Scouser, said Klopp lost 3 games in a row and 6 consecutive home games. Paisley lost 4 games in a row as our manager. Sir Alex Ferguson lost 3 games in a row with United. Shankly even lost 3 in a row. But ask for a league-winning manager to be sacked because you can't handle one bad week. It's it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
It's delusional.
Like how you can think that he's lost the dressing room. 3 matches ago, you were saying he's an absolute tactical genius. How the hell is Ruben Amorim working around that job and not a bother on him? He's in no danger of losing that job because they can't afford to lose him. How is Arteta able to walk around in the Arsenal job and he's bottled it year in, year out? How in the Lord of God are we at this stage where some of us are calling for Slot out? Oh, he's
honestly,
been
mate, it's a joke.
out.
I just need to address this here from Becky. Yes, she is asleep. She was meowing a little bit when Shauna was talking, but she's fallen asleep now.
So what does that mean? That the cat doesn't like my silky,
beautiful
Irish voice?
I don't know. Guy Richards, Slot has to fix it. Go back to bloody basics. I think, to be fair, Scott called that out in his podcast today. It's crazy calling for Slot out. Some fans don't understand the difference between questioning some decisions to questioning his position, which is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, Jesus, I mean, I think there's two extremes to this, though. Like, I do think the fact that, like, people are calling for him to go straight away. Like, let's put it into perspective here. Like, we are 1 point behind top. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've had worse starts than this under Klopp, of all people. Do you know what I mean?
Adam, we have United fans who were in 10th who were making a comparison to Ruben Amorim and Arne Slot because he had a bad week in the office. I was looking at Brandon's TikTok before I came on air, and like you said, this is not the Liverpool way. It isn't. You know, we don't go calling for managers' heads because we had a bad week. Like, yes, it's kind of worrying how the most simple of play is now complicated for us. But don't think for 1 minute that Arne Slot is like, yes, this is exactly what I asked for, you know, on the training ground. This is exactly what I wanted. Well done, lads.
I mean,
he's
like,
not. You don't go shit as a manager in 3 games.
Nah. I just got Gareth here as well. Evening, guys. Hope you're well. You're looking good, Shano. Evening, mate. Hope you're
very
well.
much. I've been trying to work out, Gareth.
Scott says United have climbed up to mighty 10th. Wonder, wow, no wonder they've perked up exactly.
Oh, Jesus.
We play them next, don't we?
They get nosebleeds, so they are nosebleeds with how. And that poor unfortunate fella, his hair is going to fall out by the time they win 5 in a row. You know?
I've got a stat here for you as well.
Go on.
So the last time one of the so-called Big Six lost 4 games in a row, Man United 1 year ago, Man City 1 year ago, Spurs 1 year ago, Chelsea 2 years ago, Arsenal 7 years ago. Last time Liverpool lost 4 league games in a row, 38 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
I don't think we could have picked a better team to come back to after the international break other than United.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And I mean, you know, there's a guy there that, like, I don't know whether you've seen. He's on the Football Banter. I used him quite a lot in some of his clips where he's shaking the thing and going absolute ape shit. And he's a Man U fan that mostly talks about about other teams, which I understand as a Man U fan. There's not really much to talk about, but it's crazy how people are losing their shit over a bad week. It's been a disaster of a week, but we dust ourselves off, we get on with it, and we try and learn from our mistakes. You know, that's it. I mean, there are the thing that I would say is that we've had a major change in personnel, and some of them haven't had a pre-season to gel well or haven't had enough of a pre-season to gel. There's been so many changes, right back at left back, our front line, our midfield, and like, okay, I mean, someone sent me this. So from the 10th of August, Crystal Palace, they had Frimpong at right back. On the 15th at Bournemouth, Frimpong, okay? The 25th of August against Newcastle away, we had Szoboszlai. On the 31st, we had Arsenal, the mighty Arsenal, at home. Szoboszlai was at right back. And, September 14th, Burnley, we had Szoboszlai. Atletico Madrid, Frimpong. September 20th, Everton, Bradley. We then Southampton, the 23rd of September, we had Frimpong. The 27th, Crystal Palace, Bradley. Galatasaray, Szoboszlai. And Chelsea, Bradley. So it's been all over the place, the right backs and the left backs. I think Robbo, certainly there's an argument that he should be at left back. Kirk has, that there was... I don't know whether it was you that made the comment that it usually Klopp kind of breaks in these new players, maybe 2-3 months in. Then.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the case. Maybe Slot should have done that, or maybe Slot didn't have a choice. But in either case, right back and left back poses as a problem. And that's where, I mean, we're all talking about Salah now being shit. Three fucking games ago, we were giving out shite because he didn't win the Ballon d'Or. You know what I mean? What the fuck is up with people? So, like, the thing is that Salah depends largely on the right back and the left back, and if he doesn't have that type of service that he did with Trent or that he did with Bradley, then you're going to see kind of a difference in play. Plus, the whole personnel has changed. You've got Wirtz there, and I don't think Slot really knows what to do with Wirtz. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I put my notes from other day.
I was well prepared for you.
That's what I keep looking for. But
the cat ate it.
I remember, yeah. Let me just go see if they're available.
He was too busy eating the fish buddy.
Yeah, that fish buddy was fucking banging. I'll have you.
Oh, fucking banging smell.
Lad. Did I write it in this book? I can't remember if I wrote in this one or the one that's at work. No, it's the one that's at work. Anyway, never mind. I know off the top of my head what I was going to say. Let's just catch some of these comments here.
Just reading Scott's.
Yeah. So Gary says that Slot is grossly missing the attackers. I'm thinking means misusing the attackers there.
Misusing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know, to be fair. I mean, right, since you brought up the attackers, I mean, in fact, no, I don't want to start there. I want to start at the back. 7-0 against United. Quite nervous last two home games versus United 0-0, 2-2. Not because of our form, but because it's United. Ian, you've mentioned this a couple of times now on my channel. I was going to bring up your comment. How much has the leaving of Heitinga affected us? We haven't played with any real control or dominance in a game since trouncing of Spurs 5-1. I do think there's probably a little bit part of that, and I do think bringing in, not to be sound too harsh in him, but like a failed manager in Van Bronckhorst, you know what I mean, to be a new assistant.
Yeah,
I don't know. It might be something to do with that, Paul. It might be something to do with that.
And I think that's a good shout because we're talking about a change of personnel on the pitch, but also off the pitch. We've had a change in the coaching staff, and a drastic one at that. So
because like Taffarel's left, and then the goalkeeping coach have left. Yeah, a fair few coaches have left. To be fair, I forgot about that until you just mentioned it. It's fair. Good shout. Callum says just stick Frimpong in for me. He looked good before he was injured. I agree with that. I think Frimpong looked pretty cool, to be fair, before he got injured. Cranky JD says that Heitinga may be available again soon. He'll probably come straight back, to be fair. Scott, as a fan base, we are fucked when Shauna is the calm one. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't it say? I mean, how times have changed? You know, like I couldn't even get that sentence together. But there was a time where I would fly off the handle. I would do like a match reaction a second after the bloody game, and I don't think that's great viewing anymore. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of why I stopped doing it. To be fair, yeah.
Maybe people want that. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I just think cam heads prevail. I think calling for Slot out is ridiculous. I mean, I had a fairly heated debate and a respectful debate with my friend who was like, I'm thick and sick of it, Slot out, get rid of him. You know, the sooner the better. We don't want to be like a United with Amarin. I was like, Amarin, are we really making comparisons there? Honest to God.
Funny. Kanka JD thinks that Maka is still carrying an injury. He looks miles off the pace. Yeah, I said it in my video the other day. I don't know what it is, but there's something not right with Maka right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. And I think even Scott, you commented on the video as well. You don't know what it is either. But there seems to be just something that's it just don't seem to be doing anything. He doesn't seem to do all. I think it's like you're playing with 10 men, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Right, William's got 3 comments here. I think we have to measure our expectations. The amount of change we've had was gonna come with some road bumps. That being said, time for a serious convo to be had about Salah. Salah 3 or 4 times was at fault for breakdowns. So Bosley grilling him about playing defence. 2 or 3 times cuts in, could dump off to Isak, who's in a better position for a chance, at fault for tracking the run of Cucurella in the last minute. Personally think Salah was who Slot was talking about not playing defence. Yeah, I said that. I think you were talking about. I'm 100% certain that he was on about Salah in that game. 100%.
Like, I think we need to take it from a case to case basis, and not be shitting on one particular player, because when a team don't play well, you're not going to get individuals that are going to have a spectacular game in comparison to their teammates. I think Salah is not getting the chances that he used to get. I think there's a different style of football now that maybe he's trying to adapt to, and then different partnership and what have you. He hasn't played well in the last 3 games. Like, and again, you can have a dip in form, but I tell you what, if he terrorizes United, there'll be no talk of that. If he was to score a hat-trick or 1 goal or 2 goals, there'll be absolutely nothing said about his form. Nothing. So I just think, yeah, okay.
Well, just for reference right now, Salah has played 10 games in all competitions, including Champions League, Community Shield, Premier League. He has 3 goals, 3 assists this season. I was umming and ahhing the other day, I think, about, is there correlation between him signing a new contract and then a dip in form?
And that, yeah.
I'm going to have a look at when he signed his contracts.
Good evening, David.
I don't want to blow this up into so much of a bigger thing, but it was just a thought I had the other day. So he signed the new deal in July 2018. So that would have been the 18-19 season, correct?
Sorry, I'm just flexing my guns.
So he played 38 games, 22 goals, 8 assists. The season after, 19 goals, 10 assists. 2020, 2021, 22, and then 5 assists. So to be fair to him, he actually is probably that one. He's had 2 standout seasons, and that's the first season with us and last season. All the other ones, he's practically done the same amount of numbers. Do you know what I mean?
Which I mean, he's the best player we've had for how many years? Do you know what I mean? So I can't. Oh, there's Spectre. How are you? Like, you know, at the end of the day, guys, He's the best player we've had, and he's had a slip in form. And even like those stats, 3 goals, 3 assists, not half bad. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's not okay. It's not his numbers, but the style of football is different. The
Yeah.
personnel has changed. There might be something more asked of him. I don't know.
What do you think about? Well, in fact, no. Let's stick on Salah for a bit. I'm going to take that a little bit step further, me, to be honest with you, mate.
Let's take it.
Right now, if I was to pick my team going into that game against Man United, I don't think I'd be starting Salah. I think, or to be fair, I'd maybe start him.
Yeah.
But if he's still performing badly, we have to take him off.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think any player isn't immune from criticism and isn't immune to be taken off if he's not performing. I think we've seen that with Slot, that he's not afraid to make changes even before halftime. If a player,
but he doesn't take
he doesn't do it with Salah. I know that.
But the thing, no, I was going to say, like, well, yeah. But I mean, the game against Chelsea at the weekend, when he brought on Endo, I was like, where the fuck is Chiesa? And I don't want to beat this drum about, I think there's something more about the whole fucking Chiesa situation. But I can't get my head around it. Like, apparently he was absolutely, couldn't even be on the plane to go to Turkey to Galatasaray. But then he's in the squad to play Chelsea. I don't get it. I really don't. And out of all the players we've got right now, there's 2 players in our team that look like they're going to score goals whenever they're on the pitch. Hugo Ekitike and Federico Chiesa. And they were both on the bench. I don't think Isak is fit.
No, he's not.
As I said in my video the other day, I think Slot's done what I hoped he wouldn't do, and he's forced Isak into the team. I think, like, Ekitike didn't put a foot wrong. Yes, you had to start him in the game where Ekitike was suspended. You had nobody else. But Ekitike has not put a foot wrong. What sort of message does that send to him that he's come in, he's been banging goals in left, right, and centre. He's probably the top goal scorer at the club right now. And then you drop him for Isak. Sorry, guys, I just need to call this out as well. Thank you, David Compton, for the super chat, and also to Cop-Outs of Anfield Network. Go check him out.
Thank you, guys.
Really got some good videos in there, Gareth, mate. I've seen some of your recent videos, pal. But also as well, Gareth, make sure you let me know whether or not your T-shirt arrives this week, pal, because I've fucking paid for it. So let me know, mate.
I fucking paid for that, dude. I like that. The KOA network. I like that.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. I like that.
Welcome to KOA.
But yeah, I just think, I don't know, man. I think there's just something wrong, and I think Scott was talking about it. I'm gonna have to just go through these comments. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, let's just go.
Some people put some really good comments on the last video that I did, so bear with me a moment.
I'm very good, Spectre. Nice to see you on. And also nice to see that you were at the premiere of the official music video. Won't say any more.
Where are we up to?
I know Dunk had a fantastic laugh at it. Oh God.
So our Burrow said this: Slot needs to be brave, play a 4-3-1-2, Wirtz in the 10, Ekitike and Isak up front, drop Salah and Gakpo. You play Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and McAllister in the midfield behind Wirtz. Frimpong, Kerkez bombing down the wing. It suits every player. Now, I don't necessarily agree with playing this formation because I don't think it's ever a good idea to swap formations halfway through a season, if that makes sense. I personally don't think that you do that unless it's something you've worked on in pre-season. But the fact of the matter is, Frimpong and Kerkez, and I'm sorry, Scott, to keep going back to you, mate, but I'm pretty much sure you mentioned this as well, that Kerkez was the best left back in the league last year. And he was the best left back in the league at bombing up and down, just going like that. He's now been asked to tuck in, which is not something that he was doing. Same as Szoboszlai or whoever plays right back. Frimpong, for instance, if you look at Frimpong's heat map when he played for Leverkusen, can you still hear me?
I can still hear you, but I'm looking at.
Yeah, my camera's gone off for some reason. I don't know why. That's gonna do me fucking head in. Why is that gone off?
Can you put in maybe an image or something?
I'll try to. Hold on.
Or do you want to come offline and then?
Hold on. I'll jump back on. Hold on.
Ah, yes. Shano is taking over. So let's have a read through the comments here. So M87, or no, Dave Crompton says, I want to see Chiesa start a game, not off bench to show quality is what he has. M87 says, slot reason for not subbing off Salah and Gakpo sounded really pathetic. I agree to a certain extent. Scott says, I personally think he's just managing Chiesa carefully due to how much he's played, considering last season. I might be wrong, but just my opinion. KOA Network. It's in the game. Will do, bro. I think he was referring to the T-shirt. Hugo Ekatike would have started, I think, but he had that hamstring injury, didn't he? Yes, indeed. But then try out Chiesa, because, I mean, Isak isn't match fit. I mean, what we're failing to realise, and what the Newcastle fans are failing to realise, because we're living rent-free in Newcastle fans' head, is Isak has not had a pre-season. He's not played the opening of the Premier League with Newcastle. So he can't be compared to someone who has had a pre-season and who has been playing regularly. So, Isak has an awful lot to do before he's anywhere near the level that he can be. So, yeah, that's my take on what Scott said. Welcome, Adam. Welcome to the SKB channel.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, nice one. I'm glad you had a good time, pal.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Akib, pal. Hope you're doing well, mate. What time did you get out of office today?
Evening. Oh, that's your buddy, is it?
Yeah.
Good man.
But so yeah,
I got as far as Scott going about Hugo would have started had he not that hamstring injury.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think me and Scott were texting about that, and I can't remember that being a thing. I don't know. You probably are right, Scott, because you keep up to date with all this injury malarkey stuff, but I can't remember.
Spectre has another point there, just before you go into any more of the comments that have been left there. And we'll all try and get through them as quickly as possible, guys, because there's been some really good comments. So Spectre says, I think Salah is mentally emotional at minutes since losing a close friend like Jota. I agree Salah may need taken away from the first 11 for a bit to get him back mentally force. Yeah, I don't know. I know that we've been under some scrutiny and some criticism with the mention of Jota and his death and the effect that could have. If you win, they could say, well, we did that for Jota. And this is what rival fans have said. If you win, you do it for Jota. If you lose, it's because of Jota. And I think it's a very sensitive subject that needs to be dealt with, in a sensitive manner. You won't get rival fans doing that, or you won't get some of them at least, especially when they want to throw insults at Liverpool. But I think there is certainly an argument to be had that the loss of Diego has had an impact on the team mentally outside of football. But I think they continue as professionals do. I lost, a work colleague there this year, rather sudden. And when I go and I do my work, I do my work. Of course, it's always at the back of my head, but I do my work. So that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, man, I know. I agree with it, mate. I do agree with it. With everything that just got mentioned about the whole Jota thing, like we've got to bear that in mind. And I think Virgil touched on it in one of the post-match interviews, didn't he? Saying that they had something go on off the pitch as well, which obviously is hinting at that. And I don't know, because I don't know. I don't want to say it. Doesn't matter.
It's a difficult one, Adam. I mean, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Say, you know, and it's no matter what way you look at it or speculate over it, they're human after all.
Yeah. Ian says Chiesa was in the Chelsea squad to replace Rio for obvious reasons. Couldn't be selected. There's a definite agenda with Chiesa. Do you know what, Ian? Good shot again, mate. I didn't even think about that. About Rio not being able to be in the team. Good shout, mate. Will White. I hope you don't mind me calling you William. I love Salah, but personally believe this is last season. We are seeing the transition before our eyes. Did you guys see the possible quotes from Diaz? Just makes you wonder if they're true. No, I've not seen them, mate. Do I think this is Salah's last season? If it keeps going the way it is, yeah. 100%. Because you're going to be in a situation next summer that we were in this summer. He only signed a 2-year deal. So you've got to make another decision again. Like, do you sell him, get some money, or do you give him another deal again? Now, if Salah's not hitting the numbers, as I've just shown you, like, I'd have to probably put it into like some sort of Excel and work out his average output, you know, overall at Liverpool. And if he's not hitting that average come the end of the season, then there's been a demise, hasn't there? It's diminished a little bit, and his return has diminished a little bit, I presume. Like, I do think as well. Are
we not a little premature talking about?
I don't know, because I do think I saw most of this against Chelsea. I'm not gonna lie, but I kind of feel like, again, as these wins that we've had covered the cracks over the beginning part of the season, whatever, I don't know, but Salah did come across very greedy against Chelsea. I don't know if he had a point to prove because it's his former club and that, you know, whatever. Like, I don't know if he was doing that, but there was so many times when he should have passed that ball to someone who was in a better opportunity than him, and he just went for glory again.
Yeah.
And
I've seen that, and I mean we've seen that, you know, when Sadio Mane was at Liverpool, and the frustration of Sadio, and you know, and of course then that added speculation that the two of them were feuding. I mean, he has that in his locker. He has that, you know, where he can be a little bit greedy, but then again, he's got 3 goals and 3 assists, so he's obviously not that greedy. But certainly at Chelsea, I felt the same way. And what better way to silence the critics than bang a few goals in? And that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, so, man, I know.
You know, I think he's confident in his ability, and that's it.
Yeah, Martin, hope you're doing well, Martin, lad. Hope you're doing well.
Mason.
Squad. Sick of the bullshit excuses. Verts needs further forward.
Well, yeah, that's what Martin said, or what Adam said, you know.
Oh yes, Akub, yes, mate. Rest in peace, Jota. He also says sorry for your personal loss as well, Shauno.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, I mean that was a hard one, you know, but you just plod along, you know.
Yeah. Spectre says he just wants to say to Sean he liked your kind words towards Craig last night. Stream what that fella been dealing with, horrible abuse he's got recently. Fair play, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, Spectre, I really like it's such a difficult one, and I don't mean to be going off the topic because I know how you like your schedules and stuff like that, but it's such a sore subject. You know, people don't realize what other people are going through, and you can clearly tell that Craig was very, very emotional. And when you bring someone's family into it and you say what you say about his son, that, like, I'm sorry, And I hope he does press charges. I hope the guy does get sent down for whoever it was. I really do. I think it's absolutely revolting and disgusting. And no matter what you think of the guy, no matter what his opinion is, it's just fucking wrong.
Yeah. Gareth, this is his other channel. Oh, sorry, mate. Wrong one. This is his new project, FC26 Career Mode, just while the international break is on. All right, man. I'll come on and have a look. I'll come on and have a look. Callum, team might need another trip to Dubai. Warm weather training, yeah, mate.
No.
Akib, he wanted it to be the Salah show. Agreed, mate. Evening. Agreed. Sorry, I saw everyone putting evening at the bottom. Yeah, I agree with that, Akib, mate. Chiesa has been classed this season, 100%, mate. Ekitike has always been the main number 9, says Gary Richards. Scott, do you think Salah is playing further out wide due to the new centre forward? Reminds me a bit of when we first brought in Nunes into the team. I'd have to look properly. Not, yeah, maybe, mate. Again, trying to make the forwards the main guys, shall we say? Yeah, maybe, mate. You know, you've spent 100 odd. Well, you spent nearly 200 million on 2 strikers, so you're going to want to get some sort of return from that. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So, not bad at all. I think, yeah, probably, mate. Probably is, because it's the same type of thing that happened that time as well. Like you say, when Nunes first came in, Salah was out wide, and it was shocking. And then he tucked in a bit more, and he started scoring again. But then again, do you know, for me as well, though, what happened last season with Salah is I think he started providing a lot of assists as well, didn't he, as well as goals?
Yeah, exactly.
So if he can do both again with Isak or Ekitike, whatever, then we're fucking laughing.
And I mean, I said to you, I think at the start of the season, that you might see his numbers drop because of the attacking options that we have. But I also said that if we get Isak, he's not going to jump into that role straight away. He's nowhere near match fit. And I think you keep Ekitike there and bring in Chiesa. Chiesa, has been absolutely biting at the chomp to try and get on and try and do something. And anytime he does come on, he's done very well. He's done very well. Like, my opinion has completely changed from last season. I think he could be a valuable member, a valuable player for us.
Agreed. M87, Salah has been greedy in the last few games. Against Chelsea, it was even more obvious. I agree with that. Gareth, I've seen Real Madrid are watching closely regarding Wirtz. Can't afford him, mate. Can't afford him. He's also sorry that he missed your loss and everything. So from Gareth.
Cheers, Gareth.
Spectre says, Diaz mentioned recently about stats while at Liverpool compared to Bayern Munich, saying that Bayern Munich are more of a team. Was Diaz having a dig at Salah with the stats? Do you know what? I was actually going to save Diaz for a little bit later on, because I've seen a lot of people talking about it. Did we make a mistake selling Diaz? And should we have kept him? Blah, 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 blah. I've said this many times. Those of you that have been around here a very, very long time will already know my opinion on this. Luis Diaz wanted to leave Liverpool for 2 seasons. He wanted to go to Barcelona the season before. He wanted to go to Barcelona this season, but they couldn't afford him. So he went to Bayern Munich. Diaz wanted this move. He wanted out. So could Liverpool have, kept him or whatever? No, because he wanted out. You don't keep players that want out. So no.
We're not a stepping stone to any fucking club. So if
Evening, Jen.
Evening, Jen. We were only talking about you the other day. We haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well.
Just seen a mad stat. Out of 7 league games, 5 have come from the top 8. So 5 of our 7 games so far this season are the current top 8. See what I mean? And we've got 14 points from that. Come on, guys. Come on. Fucking chill out. Scott says he thinks it's the catch-22 of Isak. He's not fit to play, but he needs to play to get fit. Yeah, I think that's why you steady. For me personally, Scott, you're the physio and everything here, mate. But for me, I would start Ekitike, and then I'd probably play Isak for like half an hour for about a month every game. Do you know what I mean? And just steadily build his minutes up. So I don't know.
It'd be great to have Scott on one of the days and talk about, I suppose, the physical fitness of the players and especially Isak. So
yeah. Just seeing Akib's comment further down. Bon, how long does it take a player to get match fit? Probably depends on how long they've not played in anything, mate. So depends, mate. Craig, hi all, and that, mate. Okay, here. So hard to watch us right now. I hope they figure out things out soon. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree.
Oh boy, yeah.
Jen's sorry about your loss, Shauna, as well.
Appreciate it.
Spectre, could Salah being this bad, knowing first half of the season means nothing because you win things in the second half of the season, especially individual awards, Ousmane Dembele? I don't think so. I think Salah, from what they've been saying all pre-season and stuff, is that he wants to win everything again. I don't know.
I think if you have, I mean, a professional like Salah, he wants to win everything again and more. So, I'll
keep that to myself, mate. Bon, Diaz camp tried to get into City as well. Yes, they did. Scott, you're welcome on anytime, mate. Anytime.
Absolutely.
Evening, David. Actually, sorry, David. I think I said evening to you. Don't know what I'm saying again. Richard the Red, mate. Where have you been?
Where the hell has Richard the Red been?
I ain't seen you for time, mate. Where have you been? Oh, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Hope you are as well.
Martin was only talking about you there.
Martin was speaking about you not that long ago, mate.
The interview that we did. Lads, if you I know I'm kind of going off the topic slightly. If you are a VIP member, right, check out the interview that Martin did with Adam. Fucking one of the best that I think that we've done. Well, the both you have done on the after hours. So yeah, check it out, guys. That's what I'm going to say.
I've caught up all the comments here, so I'm going to look at some of the comments again on YouTube. So this is from Wanderer. Salah, Gakpo, Kanate need to be dropped. So Bosley and Gravenberch should never play again in defence. We should play 4-2-2-2. Play Isak and Ekitike. Verts behind them. Midfield should be Gravenberch sitting. So Bosley and McAllister. And the defence should be Gomez, Van Dijk, Kerkez, Frimpong. I just don't get. I don't think we need to change the full formation, and I wouldn't be playing McAllister because I don't think he's fully fit. However, I do agree that Ekitike and Isak should be on the pitch at the same time, and I do have my thing all done of what I think Liverpool should do against Man United. Miscusi says we start off looking attacking minded, then 5 minutes in it fades, losing every battle across the pitch. We play so negative now. Rink says it was always going to be up and down until Christmas, still early days. I think that's kind of reminiscent of what you were saying, Shauno.
Mm-hmm.
Spectre, your comment, mate. The squad players aren't good enough. Clearly, Slot doesn't trust them. If that's the case, why did we keep them around beyond this summer? Window, Gomez, Endo, Chiesa, etc. I'm really disappointed with the experienced players more than the newest players at the moment because they should be playing better and are more settled at the club. What also has annoyed me was there was times during yesterday, again, I saw Gakpo trying to take on at least 2 or 3 Chelsea players around him without any support. Why aren't our fullbacks pushing forward down the wings? We've got fullbacks for it, like Kerkez on the left and Frimpong on the right. Why aren't we using their strengths? I think that's something we touched on a little bit earlier in the stream where they're being asked to tuck in for some unbeknown reason. I don't know why.
And I think that Jamie Carragher also mentioned that at the start of the season to Slot, and was almost like looking for holes in our play.
See you later, Jen.
See you, Jen. Look after yourself. Hope to see you soon.
Say that again, mate. Sorry, I was.
So, well, I think Carragher had asked that question to Arne Slot about the way that they're the defense is set up, the way that the formation is set up, and how they're playing. And he basically was picking holes at it. Now, does he have a point? It may very well do, but we'll just have to see what happens, you know.
Yeah. I think I've got a couple more to read out now. M87 reckon the bad results is down to coaching issues. Again, since Johnny Heitinga left, we've been really poor defensively and in midfield. A lot of people are calling that out, which is not a bad shout, to be fair. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Did that surprise you, all those changes in the boardroom?
You mean in the back room, staff room?
The back room, sorry, not the boardroom.
Yeah,
sorry.
To be fair, it did. When it all came out and it was like the goalkeeper coach left, we only signed him like the year before. He spent 1 year with us, gone. Taffarel's been around since Jurgen Klopp days. I don't know why he went, especially when we've got... To be fair, when he left, I was kind of like, well, that's Alisson going then. Because apparently him and Alisson were like that.
Yeah.
Johnny Heitinga, I wasn't so surprised on that, to be fair. Like, he got offered like a manager's job, so it's kind of like Pep Linders, you know, when he left and then he came back. Maybe that happens this time again. I don't know.
By the way, fuck you, Pep.
yeah, got to Man City, hasn't he? So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Akib says, do you want to have thought about doing like watch-alongs? We've done them before, mate, in the past. We did them together on screen, but it was a little bit weird because one of us would be ahead of the other one, and we'd have to sit there like,
yeah. Wait, don't spoil it on Sean. He's about 10 minutes behind us.
yes. Sean would be like miles behind us, and we'd have like JT in chat going, "Oh, we've scored! Like, have we? No, what's going on?"
we actually did a watch along with the three of us, myself, yourself, and Martin. And sure, Martin was maybe 2 minutes ahead of you. I was like 5 or 10 minutes behind you. It was a fucking mess. Yeah, it really was.
Richard the Red says he's not going to panic. It's letting the new guys settle in. They will all come good. I do agree with that as well. To be fair. Right. So I've got everything covered off there from them. So I think what I'd want to do is actually show you guys something. So, so I got a message.
Can I just say, Adam has bought a whiteboard with markers, and I've seen it once. Hang your head in shame.
You mean this?
Yeah, that. We need to get that sorted, man. Put it on a fucking stand, and I'll tell you, be brilliant.
I'll have a go. So Gavin sent me through a formation that he would go with. So I thought I'd just share this with you all now. Which one would it be? But that one, wasn't it? There we go. So that's his formation, what he would go with. So he's got Alisson or Mamadashvili in net, Gomez, Kanate, Van Dijk in a back three with Frimpong, Kerkez, Maka, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Isak, Ekitike. Now, I wouldn't probably go with this because I've mentioned I don't really want to change the formation, and I don't know how you could... Gavin.
Oh, Gavin. Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how... I'm not too keen on not playing Szoboszlai. So if I was to go with this, Szoboszlai would have to come in where McAllister is for me.
McAllister is, yes.
However, I do think it would be all right and stuff like that. I mean, as I said, I do think you want to get them both on the pitch, Ekitike and Isak. So this is how I would do it. Share this one. Which one is that one? There we go. So that's how I'd do it. So I'd keep the same formation. I'd go Bradley, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robbo, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Chiesa, Wirtz, Ekitike, Isak. That's the team I would start against Man United.
I can't see Ekitike playing there. I'd love that, but I can't see it happening. But I tell you what, if we went with that, God help Manchester United. God help them. They're going to cry I could cry. God help them.
I do hope he'd try something new.
I think he needs to,
Yeah. I mean, I was half tempted to put Frimpong at right back, but I think Bradley's always seems to play pretty good against United. But yeah, I can't see what I can't see anything else we probably do there. I don't know. I mean, some people have said about putting Wirtz where Isak is and playing as a false 9, and then you place a Bosley here and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can see that happening far quicker than Isak on the left and Wirtz as in the pocket number 10. I can't. Yeah.
Right. I think I've pretty much covered everything off, mate, that I wanted to cover off. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Well, let's read down through the comments. There's a few things actually I want to bring up. So A2EZ says, Adam, are we back at school? Spectre says, AKM Cruyff with his whiteboard tactical setup. I'm telling you. Richard the Red, the bloody hole in the middle there. Scott, I'd pay to see Shauno shouting tactics to Adam on the live stream where to put the markers on the whiteboard. I don't know. I think Adam is the tactical genius in this partnership. Zach says
Virgil van Dijk
channel defending at 34 and still being the world best. Ian King says despite spending 450 million, still struggling with a low block. But I mean, look, I don't know. What do you think? What do you make of
that? Pace only gets you so far. You can only really use your pace if you're on the counter attack, like where you're running. If they're sat back in 2 rows of 4, you can't run through somebody. So having a player like Wirtz, for me, in a situation like that, who can control the ball in tight areas, probably is a little bit better. I get your point. Right now, I mean, I am kind of not going to lie here. I am rubbing my head why we gave Gakpo a new contract. I don't think he's stepping up because I don't think he's got that competition behind him that he had last year in Luis Diaz. See you later, Gareth, mate. Hope you have a good evening, pal. I don't know. I just think we're too predictable right now. It's either you get the ball to Salah, you get the ball to Gakpo, and then nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Do you think, like, I mean, I remember yourself and Scott talking about the money that we spent under Comolli, and what was this something that backfired, or FSG felt, oh, this backfired terribly. Look at the amount of money we spent. We got nothing out of it. Do you feel that could very well happen if these new players don't hit the ground running or don't improve, let's say? Do you think that's going to be something that they will look at this January or this summer?
I don't expect them to sign many people next summer anyway. I'm already going into next summer not expecting them to spend the same amount of money. I think next summer you see Liverpool sort out centre back.
Yeah.
Whether it's Van Dijk replacement, Van Dijk successor, whatever, if Van Dijk's still around, the Salah successor, because we don't have that right now. I think we had depth at the number 6 position. Adam Wharton, I think maybe one to keep an eye on, guys. I've been saying it for a few months now. And I think as well, I think that could be it. I think we literally see next summer, we see a centre-back. If we don't get one in January, we get 2 centre-backs next summer. We get a number 6, and then we get another right winger, and then that's it, done. I don't see much else happening. From what Zach says there, next summer we sign Wharton, Elise, and Gay. I wouldn't. Yeah.
fucking give you me left testicle if that were to happen.
But yeah, in regards to the whole thing you said about being worried and everything, though, like I don't know, mate. Like I saw someone put an interesting thing up on Twitter earlier, and they were saying for all the stick FSG have got over the past few years, if this season doesn't go the way we hoped it was going to go, we can't blame FSG because they've provided the money.
Oh yeah, and I mean, look, I was
any sort of failure for this season would be on Slot and Richard Hughes.
Yeah, I agree on that. I agree on that. Like, I mean, I was the worst critic for FSG, and all we were looking for was to give them the tools to enforce the team and to start, or to have the squad that we need to do something in the league and to be competitive at all levels. Now, it hasn't worked out at the moment, but it's 3 fucking games, guys. Do you know? So I'm kind of playing devil's advocate with that question. I don't think there's going to be a situation where these players don't come good for us. I think, it's all pine.
No, mate, I agree, mate. Where else are we up to?
Zach was going about Rio.
Gakpo knows it's only Rio. He's complacent. Both our wingers don't go outside yet. Fullbacks are laughing at us. Richard the Red, I like Cody, to be honest. Just think the lad is having a little dip in form. That's all. He's still a top baller. He's good in tight spaces. Next summer, we sign Vorton, Olise, and Gay. Yep. William, I think Gakpo was given a new contract because we are moving away from traditional wide men. Cody's flexibility means he can line up as a centre forward like he does for Holland. Good shout.
Yeah, very good shout.
Spectre, I feel like there's no real raw pace in the wings. The only winger in the squad that could beat his man from the outside, beat his man from inside or outside is Rio. But he's too young. He reminds me of like a younger Sterling, to be fair. I'm not going to say like
well, I wouldn't say that. Look at Sterling now, and look at the traitorous little bastard he was. I'm really excited by Rio.
Kwanzaa return wouldn't shock me either. I don't think that buyback comes into play for a bit though, mate. To be fair, I don't think it's next summer. I think it's the summer afterwards. Salah leaves in the summer. In Zach's opinion, I kind of agree right now. Elise incoming. Slot hasn't sold this footy to the signings. This can't be right. He has changed something drastically. I think Scott again. Sorry to keep going back to Scott, but I think Scott said, and I agree with him, that Gravenberch is not sitting anymore. He's more of like an 8 bombing up and down, and we don't have that person that sits in front of the back line. I think many people have been saying it on here already. Go back to what we did last year. Have Gravenberch sit and let the 2 other centre midfielders go forward and just have the wingers bombing down and stuff like that and see what happens. Spectre says, I remember crying out loud last summer window we need a centre-back and a speedy, versatile winger. Scott, one argument against FSG I have is if they did steady spending instead of all in one window, maybe we could have been in a better position. Not a bad shout again.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what I've been shouting out for years and got that abuse for it.
Zach said it's too passive and slow, not the Liverpool style. Agreed.
Yeah.
The league could be over by the time they come good, says Bon, and it's 2027 for Kwanzaa, says Cranky JD. What is it you wanted to bring up, mate?
Well, we didn't bring up really Chiesa, did we?
Well, I talked about him a little bit, yeah, but
I do think it's worth a shout. I think it's worth to have a little talk about it if you want. But what is going on with Slot and Chiesa?
I don't know, man. Like I said to you the last week, and everyone was shooting me down. No, he's just injured. He's just injured. And I was like, there's more going on here. There's more to this here. But let's just wait. Let's wait and see what happens. I mean, I'll give it another. I swear to fuck, right? If he doesn't come on against United or anyone, right? There's no. Do you know what? Actually, right? I'm actually going to go out on a limb here.
Go out and do it.
I'm going to agree with it was either Ian or William earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why Chiesa was in the squad is because Rio wasn't, because it was Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Chiesa's not in the squad against United.
I think it is a very good shout out. I really do. I think that's it. It's well pointed out. But I do think we need to. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys! Like the last game, we couldn't even string a pass together. Like the most simple of things, we couldn't even string a pass together. So I just think we need to dust ourselves off, get on with it. And I think it's also, I mean, the one criticism that we had with Slot last season was he didn't rotate the team enough. And now he's fucking rotating it, like there's no tomorrow. So
yeah. He rotates it in game, but instead of like taking players off, he just moves them to another position. It's like I said in my video, it's very Man United. How Amorim will bring some. No. Hear me out. Amorim will bring somebody on, and then someone else will go into midfield, and then someone else will go in up front, and then he'll go back into fullback. It happened at the weekend with us. He took off Kanate, put fucking Gravenberch at centre back. Fucking took off fucking Bradley, puts a Bosley right back. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got players on the pitch that play them positions. I mean, players on the bench that play those positions. Why the fuck was Joe Gomez warming up if you weren't going to bring him on?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Why the fuck is Frimpong on the bench if you're not going to bring him on? What's the point?
I agree. John Hemmons, welcome to the channel, mate. Don't give Kanate a new deal. Where is it? It would be mad. Not good enough for us. At this stage, I'd be packing his bags for January. Like that's my view on it. I think the great thing about Virgil is that Virgil makes centre backs that are partnering with him a lot better than we are. Yeah. That's the beauty of Virgil van Dijk. Sexy bastard. I think
sorry, mate. I think respect to that going on about Chiesa. I think I'm probably blowing this up a bit bigger than it should be. Do you know what I think it probably is? I don't think Slot wanted him last summer. I think this is a Richard Hughes signing. I don't think Slot wanted him. And I think he's purposely not playing him because he didn't want him in the first place.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I get all of that, but when you put him on and he scores a goal for you, or he wins the game for you, or he's a positive impact, do you know what? I couldn't care less, and he shouldn't care less. If he is a squad player, then fine. If he can change the game, put him on. Doesn't matter whether you did want them, you didn't want them. You got to work with the team you have. So you can't just fucking single him out and not have him play at all. And if he is fit, then fucking play him. Put him on give him 20 minutes, give him 30 minutes.
I agree, man. I agree.
Let him fucking prove his worth. You can't just fucking get rid of him. This come at the end of this season. Like Nunes had 3 seasons, so give Chiesa a proper go. Even if it was to come off the bench, give him a proper go. Obviously the last 3 games, a bad week in the office. We all have that. Some have it, more often than others. I guarantee you that if one of our fans weren't going to cut their hair unless we won 5 games in a row, they'd be cutting it probably the second game. Did that make sense? No, it didn't make sense. They'd be cutting their hair fairly quickly. 5 games in, they'd be cutting their hair. No problem. But let me see. Spectre says that the Slot and Chiesa thing is definitely the biggest mystery of them all. What's actually happening? Has Chiesa got dirt on Slot? I don't. Yeah, well,
I hinted at that, didn't
You did hint at that. I didn't want to say that, but yeah. M87, has he lost some of the dressing room after a week?
No. Too soon, mate. Too soon for that, mate. Nah, I don't think so. What is this? Bond says Slot is a coach, not a manager. He's there to coach whatever players Liverpool sign. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Jan says put him in instead of Salah. Yeah, agree with that, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you, JD. It is a shame Leone got injured. He looked good. He did. He looked really good. I was very impressed with him.
I believe. Oh, sorry. Go on, yeah.
Kiesa's on a big wage, so why keep him around this past summer window if you're not going to use him? Agreed. Scott, it is weird how Slot has his favourites. They play no matter what, fit or not, form or not in form. Yeah, yeah, mate. I know, 100%. William, at least Slot was smart enough not to try and shaft ownership. We missed out on Diogo Costa and Sonny because Rodgers wanted Benteke.
Jesus Christ.
It's true that though. That's a true story.
Benteke, yeah, but Rodgers is like great character.
Does he even manage it anymore, Brendan Rodgers?
Yeah, Celtic.
Oh, is he still? Is he at Celtic again?
He's gone back to Celtic. Yeah,
right.
The only fucking league he can do something in.
Zach,
Jesus, don't mention Brendan Rodgers in front of Frank. Oh my god.
Zach, the Chiesa stuff is a lack of trust in terms of fitness. Chiesa had many chances to leave. Yeah, I think he wanted to stay, to be fair, did Chiesa, in more the power to him. Right then, mate. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, yes, there is the announcement that next Monday is going to be round 2 of Shauno's world famous quiz. Now, I don't know whether you have the points tally at the moment there, Adam. Who got the 3 points, who got the 2 points, and who got the 1 point?
It's in my other bag at work. But I remember. No, I don't want to get it wrong. Sorry. But we do have a fair few people who got some points last time round.
Oh yes, we did, didn't we? So, like, if you're joining in for the first time in round 2, you have an opportunity of knocking them off, and it's a month-to-month quiz. And then whoever has the most points at the end of the season wins Shauno's world famous quiz trophy, which I have already made. I mean, it looks pretty fucking snazzy. And you get a print of your choice. Well, Sean will give us, let's say, a selection of what print is there, and you get to choose. And it's a masterpiece, absolute masterpiece. Check out Sean Leonard's art, portraits and characters. Fantastic, very, very talented lad, and he's Irish, so you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's already sorted out some stuff for some of us already. So yeah,
you're gonna have to read that last one.
I want it now. Is it a Crank the Flange trophy? No, it's not.
No, it wasn't even that. No, it was the Richard the Red. Shauno's world famous quiz is very popular in the Congo. Well, thank you. And no, it's not the Crank the Flange trophy. Though there's still hats if you want to get one. The DKB remix. I'll tell you guys. I don't know. I'm sure Adam has seen it, but AI. There's these programs where you can. Oh my god! I had like such a laugh making that video. Like, honest to Christ, hilarious.
It is quite good, to be fair.
I mean, and I sent it to Dunk, and I haven't really kind of spoken to Dunk in, I don't know, over a year or so. And I just said, look, I'm just sending this to you. I'm going to release it the 2nd year anniversary of Crank the Flange DKB remix. Sent it on to him on a hard copy, and he fucking loved it. Like, he was like, he says fair play. So Richard the Red, the quiz is on after the 7 o'clock slot on Monday, the 13th of October. So get in there while you can. Scott says, I saw that video earlier. Was that the Crank the Flange one? The official music video? There you go.
Right, let's have a quick look, see if there's anything that's breaking Liverpool news wise.
Even Adam had a cameo, and Martin. And Brian Partridge. Yeah. Did you? Oh, come on. Did you?
I don't think I've seen that version.
You didn't? Oh my God!
I've only seen the one when it was just you and Dunk. I didn't see the one where I had other people in it.
You were in it.
That's to send me it.
Okay. Making any more music? I don't think so. I don't know. I have to be inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now I could write a lot of stuff that's current affairs, and that's not something that you want. Yes, Scott, it's an AI version. Like literally, you're in the first fucking clip of the video.
I don't remember seeing
it. Hold on till I show it to you. I personally think you should. I'm not going to do you for copyrights, but you could play it at the end of this. I'm putting them under pressure. It's like, Sean, I don't want to fucking disgrace my channel.
I have seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, the AI version. Honest to Christ, man. Richard the Red, there are prizes at the end of the season. You get a little trophy that I have made. Really, really nice. It's kind of like an acrylic block. And then we have a print from Sean Leonard's art, portraits and characters. Check them out on all social media platforms. Really, really talented guy. He does other portraits other than Liverpool players and what have you. Adam is now looking at this in shock. He's probably going to sue me for using his image in an AI music video. But I thought I already sent this. I got the go ahead, but fuck, I may not have. Scott says, yeah, mate, was laughing my head off earlier on when I saw it. Yeah. Have you seen it? Watching all of it now?
I'm gonna stop now. It's funny.
I even got Remy the dog in it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Oh god.
You see Dunk doing kind of like a bit of break dancing. Oh, I won't force you to play it. Can anyone ever complete a Rubik's Cube? I did at one stage. I had the real old school ones.
I look old in that though.
What? That was
like, what is it? 1 minute 18. The three of us at Liverpool train station. I look like an old man.
Yeah, but I mean, you see, fucking like my hairline is worse than it actually is in one of them. When I was in Benidorm,
you look like Jimmy Neutron.
Okay, are we playing it at the end of this?
No, I'll copy it down and I'll play it because I can play it as like an outro thing if I can add it on to end.
Oh, can you imagine doing it now?
Send me it as like a raw thing and I can save it and put it on end as like the outro.
I'll have to send it from when I sent it to Dunk because I've been trying to delete a few things.
It's all good.
Internet history.
No, I've never completed a Rubik's Cube spec tonight. But yeah, right, guys. Thanks for. You don't look a day older than 74, Adam. Richard the Red. Fucking hell. I've had an hard life.
What? That's a bit rough. Okay, I'm gonna send this on to you, Adam.
Yep.
Yeah. So, lads, remember the quiz is on next Monday after the 7 o'clock slot. So you have to be here for all of it. And as I've said to you, and as Adam has said to you, it is a league format. So whoever gets first gets 3 points. Whoever gets second gets 2 points, and whoever gets third gets 1 point. So there are points there to be got. And just because you've missed last week does not mean that you're at a disadvantage. That's it. Here's the
Here's a
question.
question to go off. What's more in this world, doors or wheels? I'm gonna say wheels.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
Do you know, Spectre? Let's wait for him to reply.
I'm going to wait for him to reply. I'm going to send this link to Adam, or it's actually the attachment. Flip flops.
Well, that's ChatGPT. Hold on.
Oh, well, chat. What is it? ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that must be always right. I'd say wheels. I'd agree with Scott.
So it's going to do a rough estimate. Yes, go on then.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold on a second. I'm going to ask Siri. Hey, Siri. Oh, I love the one she says, that's quite sexy. Oh, shit. Sorry. I wasn't meant to say that to Siri. Hold on now. Hey, Siri. What has more in this world, doors or wheels? Siri has just disconnected herself from my phone after asking that question.
Yeah, ChatGPT is like crashed. It's analyzing.
Yeah, but Siri just, I have her down as a female voice, but when you say, hey, Siri, she goes, It's like, oh, marry me this minute. Yeah. You know, things are fairly bad when you're asking Siri to marry you. It has taken a turn.
I'll tell you what, because this is taking an absolute age to load, I will put it in the pinned comments on the stream at the end if anyone's actually interested to see what ChatGPT has to say about this.
All right.
But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you check out Sean Leonard Art over on Instagram. The new sponsor of the channel. We've got the Shauno quiz back Monday next week as well, so make sure you are here for that. It will be towards the back end of the stream, so I'm guessing around about 7:30, 7:45, where we will start. But Shauno will probably put some sort of social media post up close to the time with an actual designated time for you to join.
Sponsored by AI.
Sponsored by AI, yes. Hope you've all enjoyed the stream, guys, and the little bit of debates we've had back and forth with it. It's what we're all about here. We like to anyone can have any sort of opinion on it, and it's not as long as it's put across in a nice constructive way, you won't be reprimanded for that. So yeah, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed the stream, and we will catch you in the next one, guys. See you then. Bye. That was weird, wasn't it? See you then. Bye.